soundboard is basically two pieces of book-matched spruce or mahogany or cedar or whatever put together, and it has to be a tight joint. You probably see that light. There's the gaps you see. It's the hazards of working with a plane that isn't quite long enough. So what I need to do is I need to focus on the areas that are too wide. See here, I have to mark off the pencil where there's too much contact. So this area here, that's the gap I got to work on. And there's another one here on the other end. See, it stops right about here. And it continues on about here. So this whole space here needs to be planed down or sanded down or whatnot. So I'm going to put the boards together like this. The two edges here, side by side. And I'm going to go ahead and clamp this down. See where I got it marked on these two ends here. That's where I have to focus my sanding on. The truth. No gaps. I've got the edges pretty close to about 100%. If there's gaps in the middle, that's typically where the sound hole will go, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm ready to glue up now. Okay, I've decided that this is going to be the show face, and I'm about to clean it up with some naphtha, get rid of the dust, and a fresh bottle of Tite Bond. Okay, naphtha is basically layer fluid. It dries quickly. Use it as a cleaning agent. I have a clean towel here. And you're just going to clean off the edges here so that there's no sawdust whatsoever. And as you can see, there's a little bit. Take your metal rule, slide it underneath so that you have this going on here. The wax paper takes care of the glue overspray, or the glue squeeze out. I'm in the process of nailing things down here. These are right up against the edge of the board. They're not through the board, they're next to it. And the idea is to have them wedge. So we're good. And this is basically holding the thing together. This is the glue I use. This is Titebond 1. Basically an alpha resin wood glue. It's not Gorilla Glue. The stuff is water soluble. The reason you want it water soluble is because if you screw it up, you can apply some heat, it will melt, there won't be any residue, it won't soak into the wood, and you got another chance. That's the beauty of woodworking. Okay. I'm getting my courage up here. This is a big step. You want a bead of glue all the way down. I can do it on both sides. It may look sloppy, but I'm going to sand this down afterwards, so. Make sure that the sides meet up. And just wedge it down. My glue, I'm going to need that again. And now, pull this out. And apply a little weight. Doesn't really matter how much weight. Put that like that. Let that sit for about a day. I think Titebond says the clamping pressure has to be held for about an hour and a half. Don't stress the bond for 12 hours. I like to keep it a day. I come here the next day around lunchtime, which is what it is now, and I'll be ready to do the next step.